can't stop the sun from shining whenever you are.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here with the Aries September 2021 horoscope. Well, there are some lovely little things happening for you this month. So there's a lovely little sextile pattern called a minor grand trine. And it involves Uranus in your second house, the sun in your sixth house, and the moon in your fourth house. Okay, so you might find that this month your finances may improve. They could be favourably impacted by this little pattern. And perhaps you're thinking about working from home, or you get a sort of side hustle or something like that at home. The other point to note is that somebody in your family may also be favourably impacted financially as well. Now, also we have Mercury going retrograde on the 28th. This is in your seventh house of important partnerships and relationships. So do watch for misunderstandings and miscommunications. These are always possible under Mercury retrograde. It could also involve miscommunications with legalities or even open enemies. So people you don't get on with that you know about. There could also be delays. If you do have legalities, there could be delays in settlement offers or things like that, because when Mercury is retrograde, things don't always go as quickly as they possibly could. So these frustrating delays, it's just a matter of, trying to be a bit patient until the 18th of October when it turns direct. There is a thing called shadow period either side of these dates. So that's when the energy's coming on or coming off. So it still might be a little bit bumpy during the shadow period. If you are thinking about travelling, always allow extra time in the shadow period or when Mercury is retrograde because of delays. And if you've got multiple leaks in your journey, you can get a real knock-on effect with the delays. Okay, so unexpected changes around your travel, around your important relationships and partnerships, your legalities, and perhaps even your technology, your computer and your phone and such like. Okay, if you are new, please consider subscribing to this channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, let's go to the board. I'm going to draw two tarot cards first, because I find the cards working well with the horoscope. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. So the first card you can think of as the first half of the month if you wish. And no. I'm going to go with that one there. All right, closing my eyes. Now, what do I see? I've got somebody's hand out like that. So, yes, somebody might be asking you for money, or you're asking for money. Maybe somebody owes you money. But you do have this favourable minor grand trine I was talking about before, and this is with Uranus in Taurus in your second house here. So something unexpected and physical, solid, could happen to do with your finances or your possessions or even your belief systems. Somebody might pay you back a debt that they owe. We also have Mars going up into your 8th house. That I'll talk about that in a minute when we come to your horoscope. And that is like I'll surge ahead into improvement of finances through other people's money, loans, inheritances, taxes, government authorities. If you're in Australia, maybe Centrelink forgives a debt that they say that you owe that you don't owe, or something like that. There could be money coming to you from a government authority, okay? And it sort of happens fairly, out of the blue. It's a pleasant surprise here with Uranus. Okay, so the first card, we have a Tower card, okay? This suggests that something's breaking down. A belief system that you had is not working for you anymore. The Tower is a mental construct, something that you've built up in your mind that you thought was going to happen, that doesn't happen. Okay, it doesn't indicate by itself which area of your life. It does remind me of Uranus, though. I do think there's some sort of association. Maybe something to do with your money fell through, and then there's a breakthrough. And this says that the old beliefs aren't working anymore, okay? And you'll probably know about it anytime soon, up until mid-September. The crown is toppling off the top of the Tower, so that does suggest it's in your thinking. If you are sensitive, you have any sort of psychic capability, or clairvoyance, clairaudience, etc., then you may already know about this. You may have had sort of sneaking little feelings underneath that something's going to happen. And it comes crashing down, but it comes crashing down so that it can be replaced with a better structure. You'll notice here it's quite old-fashioned looking, like it's really out of date. Okay, all right, second half of the month. Let's see what comes out for you in the second half of the month. Okay, I'll go with that one underneath that wants to stick its head out. Closing my eyes, I've got gold, the feeling of royalty, a king, a queen, a gold scepter, being sovereign, being independent, autonomous, making up your own mind, being self-reliant, okay? It could have been here, back here at the beginning of the month, that you were reliant on somebody else for something and it doesn't pan out. But this new energy is making you reliant on yourself, okay? And we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is about your finances again. Something might fall through so that something better comes, all right? Particularly with real estate, if you're involved with real estate, buying or selling, negotiating, doing deals, that sort of thing. There's some sort of completion to a situation. Maybe you decide to sell your house, if you have a house, that is, to sell. And you get a really good price with it for it, and you're very happy, okay? But this does suggest the end of an era. Something is ending, so something new can begin. Because it's a 10, it's a 1 and a 0, so there's sort of the hint there of new beginnings after waiting some time, some amount of time. A new beginning starts, okay? But this is highly successful for finances, okay? And fits in with the minor grand trine here. You see the blue dashed lines. Alrighty, let's have a look now. Also, the other thing about this, it suggests very impactful creativity. So you can make your creativity become useful in the physical world. It's about manifestation, because here it's Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign, loves to make things physical. Taurus loves a good life, beautiful things. And Uranus is out of the blue, like a lightning bolt, also associated with electricity, and quick, rapid sort of things that can happen. All right, so the moon, your family might be involved because it's the fourth house, home and family, but it could be your actual house. Moon in Cancer, so nurturance, family time, warmth, comfort. You might have been in a place you've really enjoyed being there for a long time, and now it's time to move on. Brings up subconscious things, also brings up things about women and your mother. And the sun is over here in your sixth house of everyday work, brings insight, awareness. Finally, you understand, and there could be some new work for you that comes about, a new opportunity that comes about in your everyday life. All of this is tied together in a very favourable pattern. Okay, so 29th of August to the 5th of November, Mercury moves into your 7th house. Mercury is in your 7th house from the 29th of August. It's time to seek out the opinions, advice and counsel of other people. And these other people will help you clarify your own thoughts about making a decision about something important. Some people may play the devil's advocate, so they disagree with you just to get you to think. But yeah, talking to professional people about whatever your decision is, so whether that be your, a financial planner here or a real estate agent or somebody involved in real estate, will help. Okay. Do be cautious again at the end of the month because of the possible Mercury retrograde misunderstandings. Excuse me. You may reach an agreement or come to resolution of a problem you've been having. You're likely to be more fair and detached than usual. 31st of August to the 3rd of September, Mars opposition Neptune. So now your interactions with other people and the outside world can be a little bit confusing and devitalizing, okay? Maybe you just feel a bit, blah. So if you can put off a decision, that would be good. You don't, on most things you won't have to make a decision this very minute. So it's just misunderstanding, confusion or vagueness, okay? It's not a good time to, promote or do marketing at the moment. Taking time off and working quietly, especially with Neptune. Neptune's a very spiritual planet, and it's here in your 12th house, so the subconscious. It's a great time to get in touch with this and look at your dreams and your meditations and that sort of thing. 6th of September sees a new moon in your 6th house here. This is about planting seeds in your everyday life. You may need to put your feelings on hold just for a tad while you attend to practical demands. It's also your health. You could be feeling a little bit flat during these, around these few days here around the 6th of September. You might be concerned with your health, diet and putting your life in order. Self-improvement is quite likely now. You may start a new health regime. 4th of September to the 7th, Mars trines Pluto. It's time to think about what you really want and moving forward, achieving things that are important to you. You may have to give up something or eliminate something out of your life to do that, and that could be this. If you're thinking about your health here, maybe, you change your diet and you say goodbye to the chocolates and the carbs. Out goes the bread, out goes the pasta and the rice, and you just say goodbye to carbs forever or something like that. So there is a sacrifice involved at this time, and that's okay. You choose what you want to sacrifice. It could even be an attitude or a belief system that's holding you back. Concentrate on the most important things now. Sort of consolidate your life. Get rid of the superfluous things. But there's likely to be major long-term changes that you can begin now. Okay, so it's fairly important time. Then we have 9th of September to the 7th of October. Venus moves into your 8th house here, from the 7th into the 8th. This is all about intimacy and other people's money. So financial and business affairs are likely to, be on your mind. You could also meet a benefactor through friends or in a social atmosphere. You could get a loan or some financial backing from an outside source or a third party. And you're likely to get some emotional support to move ahead in the way that you want. Intimate relationships are intensified. If you're already in a relationship, it could be rejuvenated in some way. Either you or your partner want a deeper union. 13th of September to the 30th of October, Mars in your 7th house here of committed relationships, moving from the 6th into the 7th. You're less willing to compromise or overlook differences for the sake of peace. Okay, it's like any tensions that have been simmering under the surface could sort of boil up and bubble over now. If you're of an argumentative nature, there will be confrontations and arguments, so just watch for that. But on the positive side, you're more inclined to initiate contact with somebody that you wish to make a connection with. You could even begin a relationship or make the first move, and you're likely to be the active partner or the pursuer in that case. On the 20th of September, there's a full moon here with Chiron in your house, okay, your sign. So this is all about your identity and also your appearance, and you might be feeling more perceptive and sensitive. Do watch what environment you put yourself in, because, you know, if you are more sensitive, environments that are not, you know, very positive could really affect you in a negative way. So it's best that you sort of are a little bit quieter, stay at home, be in a comfortable, supportive atmosphere. You're possibly, you know, going to lack some objectivity. You could react from habit or, you know, from the past, but even though you might be influenced from the past, you're in a different situation now. It's not exactly what happened in the past, so there's something that's different, okay? So we have the full moon's opposite the sun here, and it makes an opposition, so it could be a bit of a sort of a challenge during this time around your identity. Maybe your identity's been changing, and your partner or somebody close to you doesn't really like the changes, you know, or maybe you're trying to figure out who you are, change your hair, change your appearance, that sort of thing, you know. That's okay. We all go through those stages. Sometimes I think I'm gonna, you know, dye my hair pink. But I never get around to it. But I do think about it, you know. So we go through these changes all through our lives. So, you know, it's nothing to be concerned about. 21st of September to the 22nd of October, the sun moves into your 7th house. Okay, so later in the month, things improve in your relationship section. And partnerships, marriage and one-to-one relationships are taking up most of your time. You might be feeling more cooperative yourself. Maybe you're happy to make a compromise. You know, if you can compromise on the small things, if, you know, it's been a problem, and then you don't really lose very much. It's the big things that you can't compromise on, or compromising on yourself, that creates the actual problem later. But if you can compromise on small things with your partner, you know, it'll be much smoother, your relationship. You will not wish to go alone. You will seek the companionship and counsel of other people. The emphasis is on we rather than me. If you are having some sort of difficulty in different areas of your life, it's a good time to speak to a professional person who has an objective point of view, someone who can help you, someone that you trust, okay, and isn't going to go around and blab, for example. 20th of September to the 2nd of October, Mercury squares Neptune. It's like you're probing really deep into a situation. Superficiality doesn't suit you. Do watch for impatience with people that are a bit slow, okay, because you want to look at the root cause, and sometimes they're sort of just humming on the surface, which is a source of dissatisfaction for you. Watch that you don't force your views on other people. Or the other thing that can happen is sometimes you get really obsessed with an idea, you know, play around with an idea in your mind, and you're trying to fix it, you know, to the extent of not paying enough attention to other things in your life. 3rd of September to the 19th of October, Chiron squares the moon. So it's about letting go of past disappointments, and you might find some of these memories from the past come up. So this might not even be a current situation. It just might be that you're being reminded of things that have happened, resentments and emotional wounds come up, and they can act as a trigger in a, you know, situation right now, so that you end up having an argument or something with someone, but that person now really wasn't the cause. You've just been triggered in some way, so bear that in mind. Watch that you're not overprotective of your own feelings, and that you don't cling to a viewpoint, you know, which is more stuck back on your feelings in the past. It's not the time to take offence very quickly if you can help it. Come to grips with the past and also present emotional hurts, and you'll be better able to manage stressful circumstances. 20th of September to the 2nd of October, Mercury squares Pluto. I talked about that before. Okay. 29th of September to the 3rd of October, Mars squares the Moon. Okay, you might be a little bit irritable and fly off the handle for not very good reason. Do watch for impatience, okay, and you might be inclined to rush things. You could actually physically be running around to get stuff done. Watch that, because sometimes, you know, there can be an accident or something like that, especially with Mercury retrograde. Sometimes people trip and things like that. You know, you might be feeling full of energy and a little bit harried or rushed to do things. So that then, you know, you could be a bit short or abrupt with somebody. So just watch that. 28th of September to the 17th of November, Chiron quincunx the Moon. And it's time that you clean up your own act. You have this realization, oh, you know, I could do this better. And I can change my attitude. I can make adjustments. I can let go of these beliefs from the past. And maybe this happens through a confrontation with another person, perhaps a partner or somebody close to you, and they could tell you a few things that you may not like, you know, at the time, but when you think about it later, you can see their point of view, and you reconsider your viewpoint. Okay, even if your feelings do get a little bit hurt, you can see now there's a way for you to move forward, a way to succeed. Okay, it's like a tweaking of your ideas, and you will end up going along on a new path, even if initially you thought your path was the right path. But by the end of the month, things end up pretty good. So it's a real sort of starts off like a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but as the month proceeds, there's likely to be some really beneficial things come out of this month, okay, and especially with the minor grand trine. The first house and the seventh house, you versus your partner, is a real possibility, and so just, yeah, watch that. Health and work, there's a lot of energy going on here, planting new seeds for your everyday habits and what you do on a daily basis, and also your well-being and that sort of thing. All right, so now I'm going to close my eyes and just see. I'll put that on Zoom actually, in case there's anything there you want to write down, and I'll just close my eyes and see if there's anything else I can tell you for September 2021. Okay, yeah, well, straight away I've got a vision here, and it's some steps, but the steps are diagonal. Okay, so they're going up like this. They're not going up very vertically at all. They're sort of more so it's more easy than it could be. You know, it could have been much harder, and this means that you're making progress. It might take a little bit longer because they're not going up, you know, dramatically, but this means that your evolution, if you like, your frequency, the energies that you're dealing with, that there's an increase in your vibration, okay, or an increase in your frequency at a gradual rate, and it's not hard. It's not hard to achieve this. So lots of little tweaks and changes in your direction, if you like, can bring a deeper union. Now, what I'm seeing is the Sydney Harbour Bridge here, and a bridge is always a union, a completion, bringing the two opposites together. This will give you more power in yourself, okay? You'll feel, by the time you get to the end of the month, you could feel like you've got more self-esteem or more confidence, particularly so that you can do things. So get somebody here with like a clipboard writing things down, and it's like, oh, actually I can see the clipboard now. It's like a checklist, and I can see the person ticking off different things on the checklist. So, this could be about your work, but it can also be about your personal life, that you're ticking things off and you're going to sign off on something. There's a signature at the bottom of the page that's required for you to sign off on something, and then that job's done. And then you can start your new cycle, okay? So this is all about getting you ready to let go of the past so you can start something new. Okay, yes, and now I see a door behind me closing, and there's just a crack of light down the side of the door and under the door, and it's like you're closing the past for good on something that in your life earlier was fairly important to you, but now it's not, it's out of date. Okay, more stairs. Yeah, there's a house here. It's like a terrace house in London or something like that. And it's sort of being demolished. Perhaps you're thinking about, changing your body. It could be your actual home, your physical home you're living in, or it could be your body. But there is a bit in the horoscope about both this month. So either a physical change to your home, like some sort of renovation, or a change in what you do on a daily basis to improve your health, okay? Maybe you're thinking about a detox or something like that. Okay, when I say that word detox, I see a lot of green and a lot of flowers, so there's growth and opportunity if you're thinking about a detox of something, okay, to get something out of your life. Okay, so that's it, everyone. I hope this is useful for you. Please hit that notification bell and the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. Have a wonderful month, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.